surprised yourself with how you got up on that one?
Yeah, it surprised myself. I just seen it come up the rim and just went for it.
Did you jump over somebody on that? Kind of like I think we're talking about the one late in the second half, right? Like it kind of looked like you almost cleared the dude.
Yeah, I just kept like keeping my eyes on the rim, so I didn't know the man was underneath me till after I dunked it.
Coach Capel just said in the press conference he thought this was your best game of the season. Did you feel the same way?
Yes, sir. It was just more of like taking confident shots and stuff like that. So yeah.
It's been kind of a slow build since you came back, missed those 2 games with the injury and came back, and your offense has kind of been there. Did you find kind of a fire sitting on the sidelines, like an extra little gear to get back out
Yeah,
there?
it just was a setback. Just sitting out for the injury, let myself heal, and actually like getting in the gym and using that time while I was trying to get healthy and pick my spots and stuff like that.
Do you feel how your offense can fuel the rest of the teams? You're such an energy guy.
Yeah, I feel like my offense could keep us going and give us the spark plug.
What felt different for you tonight?
It was just, really nothing different. It was just making shots, picking your spots, and being confident knocking it down.
Over the course of that game, with each good play you make, each basket you get, how much does that confidence build? Does it happen kind of with each successful play?
Every time, like Coach said, every time you see the ball going, this is the confidence building. It's just progress. You just want to do good every possession, and every time you make a shot, you just want to make another shot. A couple more shots after that.
Does a game like this maybe even mean a little bit more, not just because of who you play, but you played your final high school season in Fayetteville. You have family there. Does it mean that much more that it happened in this environment?
I wouldn't say that. It's just another game. I just take it as every game we play, you got to play your hardest and leave it out on the court. You never know when you're ever gonna pick up a ball again. So I just choose to play hard every game.
I know as a guy who's 6'6", you're probably only so involved in it, but defensively, what was the game plan against a guy like Carey? He's just that big, that talented.
He's a good player, so it was hard to keep him out the paint. That was the goal, was to keep him out the paint and don't let him get us in too deep in the paint because he could score it around the basket easily. So that was a game changer, and he got a lot of touches out of it to change the game, momentum of the game.
Yeah, I figure it's probably one of those things that might be a little bit easier said than done. Come across duty 6'10", 270.
Yes, sir.
It's obviously not the first time we've seen you guys come back and close a big deficit this year. Where do you guys go mentally when you get backed into a corner, so to speak? Do you shift gears mentally? Is there any kind of shift?
It's just like mental laps, like Coach said. Like you can't have too many mental laps. And definitely if you have Coach mental laps, you'd be looking up, you're down 14. So it's just that, like the Coach said, little keys like that, details. You got to stay mentally locked in. And definitely in an environment like this, you got to stay mentally locked in. And that's what we did second half. And we came back and brought us back, cut the lead down, to 9, 6, something like that. So yeah.
What was the general mood and feeling with the team after a game like that, where you're close, but you still ultimately lose? We talked with Coach Capel some about you guys getting to the point where you're not satisfied with just playing somebody close.
Yeah, like Coach said, it's you coming back close, but in that day you still got that L on the column, on the right side of the column. So it's just we close, but it's not good enough, like Coach said. So we got to go back and work hard and continue to build on progress.
Being in your second year right now, how much have you seen, from your first games as a freshman to where you are now, that kind of attitude change, where you're not a team that's coming back from an 8-24 season anymore, and where you really expect more? It's
just like the simple fact, like the competitive. You don't want to lose. You don't want to never be on the bottom and stuff. You want to always come out on top. So it's just that drive you want to have and the leadership that you want to have for the younger guys, even in the older guys. Like you want to just have that grit and grind for to come out top, and that's the difference from last year and this year.